We're Heather and Yain, and we were introduced to van life in Portugal in 2019 and absolutely fell in love with the freedom and adventure it brought. It wasn't long until we bought a little camper of our own, and we've made so many memories in Big Red. Now it's time to go full-time with an upgrade. Building our home in Lottie has been more challenging than we ever thought it would be, and we have made our fair share of mistakes, but somehow she's taking shape and we cannot wait to hit the road in her finally. We've got a bit of work to do before that happens though, and this week we are caulking and painting the walls. If you are enjoying our series so far, please subscribe below. It's messy, but it's working. And what that is caulking. Took us a little while to figure this out, which is why we didn't turn you on straight away.
I turned you on straight away, didn't I?
No, you're not funny, aren't you? Points for the funny guy. But yeah, we're trying to make our panels level up so when we paint over it, it'll be nice and swish. Which the answer is apparently just lots and lots of this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if we had been more pragmatic, is that the right word? Proactive, and made sure that we had a beam behind where our joints were going to be, and we wouldn't have this problem. But we didn't do that, so now we do have this problem.
And we also didn't know, like, there was no way of knowing where those joints were going to be. But yeah, possibly. I
mean, if we knew how wide the ply was, and
yeah, but we
didn't plan that far ahead at the start. However, this is where we are.
I don't think anyone can plan that far ahead. If you do, you're a loser. But yeah, we possibly could have had beams running vertically, which might have helped us keep these boards straight, because essentially what's happening is, I've been told to turn the camera slower. Up here you can see this kind of slight gap in the boards. It's where this one's bowing out slightly, curving out, and this one's kind of, or staying straight. I think it's just because where we've kind of got the screws in. Yeah, so we're just smoothing out some of those little areas. And then we're going to paint. We did actually put a floorboard down, so an update. We have fully insulated the floor, it's all good to go. And we did put a floorboard down in here, but then we realised we wanted to actually do this and paint first, because otherwise it's going to be very messy on our very nice shiny new floor. Yeah, we just go through the world's supply of masking tape to keep it nice and pretty. Because I'm not a clean painter. I'm like a get the job done but it'll go everywhere kind of painter. So we'll paint while we've got no roof and we've got no ceiling to F up, and we can masking tape the windows like crazy. But yeah, that's probably easier. Basically, Heather's bad at painting. Maybe we'll just leave all the painting to Yain, since he's just an expert painter and he loves it that much. Everyone saw my painting last time. It's fantastic. I need no more proof. They need to see you paint something, darling. No, I don't think so. We caulked up most of the back. Spinny, spinny, spinny. There again. Trying to pay extra attention to obviously the ones that are going to be visible. Still doing a little bit of a job on the ones that won't be visible, just for my own mental health. Just to know that it's done. We've flatlined a little bit tonight. Feeling pretty flat and pretty hungry, so we're going to go in. I had an accident.
Yain had an accident. So there's this one board in particular that is a little bit bendy. No idea why. No idea why it's bending, but you can see it there. Yain was trying those things, and every length of screw that he tried didn't seem to work, didn't seem to catch. And he accidentally pierced the outside.
Yeah, it's got really good kind of captures a lot of light.
Not so much anymore.
Okay,
super dark. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh, I missed it. Oh, it's here.
Oh, wowie, Yain. Good job, pal.
Good job, buddy.
That's a great accessory on the outside of our wagon.
It's like Death Race.
Yeah.
Cutting falls.
So that must have been about best part 10 centimetres, that screw.
10 centimetres? No.
Well, okay. The flies have 5 mil.
No, it was about 70. It was like
70.
a 70 mil screw. Because I tried the 60, was what I used originally. 60.
Shine the light in yourself.
I used the 60, it didn't work. I got a 65, it didn't work. I got a 70, it fucking worked. Too well.
Are you sure they all weren't going through?
I don't know, maybe. That one definitely went through. Because it went through the 5mm ply, because I was pushing really hard to get it to bite, and then it went, and I was like, oh, now my drill bit's touching the outside of the wall. That's good. So I can't even get it back, so I'm going to have to cut that off.
Mate, what an end to a day.
Yeah, shitty. Shitty. Bye, Felicia.
Hello everyone, and we've done a second round of decorator's caulk on some of the wider gaps. I'll just give you a little looky. So these are the main two kind of seams that are going to be visible in our living area, because this is the level of our seating. So I've gone over this one as best as I could, and the same behind me, and then also the two on this side by either side of the door. This whole side of the van is pretty much going to get covered in wardrobes and showers and pantries, but all of this upper part is going to be seen, it's going to be open. So just waiting for it to dry now, and then I'll get the sander out and hopefully find a nice level surface underneath. Meanwhile, in the last video Jan was asking you your opinions on the rubber, blah blah blah. He didn't wait for them to come in, he just ripped it off. It's gone. And he also patched up the little holes that we had up here, which is very good. Yeah, it's been on it.
Yes, you can. Hey, Randy.
Yeah. Painter's assistant is here as well.
Randy's been the driver and the painter's assistant today.
Looking at them birdies. Oh, you've got paint on your nose, Brandy. What the hell? Yeah, giving these doors another lick of this paint, and painting over the black trim as well, so it all sits in nicely together.
Do you want me to go over the black?
Oh yeah.
I didn't do that.
Okay, but now we are.
I am now.
Yeah.
Fab.
Oh. Is that why you've got a wet nose, Brandy? Brandy, come here. Sit. Sit. Focus. What have you done, huh? What is this? Painty, painty, painty. These need a few licks before they actually turn white, but that's grand. All this paint that's kind of going on now will hopefully, once we get on the road, never be seen. We're hoping to do a cool paint job, but that'll be revealed at the end. Good morning everyone. Myself and Jan are both feeling a little worse for wear this morning. It was New Year's Eve last night, so Happy New Year. I'll just perch you up. So everything got caulked yesterday, which you saw today. We've got the paint out and ready. But first we need to sand off all the excess. Make that nice smooth finish, and then we'll get to painting. We were just having a bit of a chat as well about kind of which step comes before which step next, because we're kind of in that phase where loads of things are overlapping. We need to finish the battery command center setup, so hook up all our batteries to our inverter and our solar charger and all those bits. We also need to do our plumbing, we also need to do our gas, and it's just figuring out which parts need to come before what for our kind of bespoke build. So that's what we were doing this morning. Probably not sort of heavy discussion we need to be having with hangovers, but there we are. But now, nice mindless task, get this all sanded off and get it painted. So that we can do, that we can do. So after I tried sanding it, it's pretty obvious that the caulking is still a bit spongy, it's still a bit wet. So what we're doing instead is jump into another thing that was on our to-do list, which is insulating these back doors. So Jan is building a frame for them now.
Proving to be particularly awkward. It's very awkward because there's nothing to push against when you're trying to screw into it, because it's obviously
floppy,
free moving, so it makes it really hard to put any screws in. And I don't want to put them in too hard again and go all the way through the bloody thing. Yeah. Show my nice painted doors now.
Yeah,
nice and white.
Great on the detail.
I couldn't be bothered with that.
Yeah, he's done these bottom two, and I'm thinking while I'm waiting for that other caulking to dry, I might, yeah, get the roller out, give that another run over, get all the little awkward jobs done that aren't a really priority. Now that we've got the time, now while we're waiting.
Cool, so we're finished up kind of framing out and insulating the bottom doors. So these are now, we've got like a wooden frame all the way around and then 50mm insulation. And then we'll have our locks and these doors open and close. So you can see that the insulation essentially fits right around our external frame. And then once these are in, all we need to do now is put some ply up on here, the same as the rest of the van, and then we can paint these whatever colour we want.
Out on the night shift in the van again tonight, and I'm just going to attempt it for the third time to sand off some of this decorator's caulk. So yeah, now I'm going to go over just these kind of ones that we've done on some of the screws, and then I'm going to give the first lick of paint to the areas that aren't going to be seen, the ones that are going to be behind the cupboard, just because I want it all to be painted for my own wee head. That's one of the benefits of having a tiny van. Not having a lot of painting to do. Should get the first coat done tonight, and that leaves tomorrow for a second coat. I'm off to Ireland tomorrow, flight's at 6 PM, so we need to leave here about 2 or 3 o'clock. So I've got my last few hours tonight and tomorrow working on the van before I leave Yain to do the work, which, I mean, you've seen, you know. I think I hear him now, actually. There he is, the troublemaker. Just tell them all.
Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers! The king is back. Look at us now. This is who we are, and I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again, again, again. Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers again, again, again.
Plan on doing on our first van life venture. We're up in the attic, so you know it's been a while.
Jacket. Brand new with the bags on.
Ryan has got ready to go skiing 3 times and has still not been.
For
so
many years.
Yeah.
But
looks like you wore those at some point though.
New socks. Oh, these cool trousers.
Proper salopats.
Yeah, got cool.
Gogglies.
Oh, pretty cool. For them. Yeah, quite cool. Swish.
Do you want to tell everyone what your skiing challenge is going to be?
I mean, I'm definitely going to do a black diamond. I watched Cara and Nate do one, and it looked easy. So. Unless that's just an American thing, unless American black diamonds are easier than ours, in which case I'm not. But if it's as easy as the one that Cara and Nate did, then I'm definitely doing that, because that looked baby slope.
Yeah, you can fit a few more layers under that as well.
Maybe.
Slopes ready.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Push the butt. Push the butt. Starting to hurt my knee. That's it. It's me skied out. Yeah, done. Complete.
Cool.
Mountain warehouse. Squared.
Squirt. Okay.
Do you have ski?
Out of your ski gear. 3, 2, 1. Bingo. To the van. And we're back. We did nearly a full coat of painting in here last night. And as you can see behind me, we've got a little bit more sanding of the caulking to do. So hopefully now, when I test it, it'll be dry, which feels pretty good. Sand over that now, and get the rest of this painted up. Get everything else second layer. And let me show you this one spot. Don't really know how good you can see it through the camera, but this area was my test area. It's had 3 coats now, and the rest of it's only had 1, so it is showing through, at least in real life, a lot nicer than the rest of it, which is good. So, you know, 3 coats should about do it, maybe 4. Paint's quite thin, and it goes on pretty quick with the roller, so yeah, I'll get the sander out, get this sorted, and I was hoping to get the floor done before I go as well, but that's looking unlikely now, as I need to be in the airport, or I need to leave for the airport in 2 hours, so I haven't packed yet. Need to pack really quick. And this is more important. Okie dokie. So that is all sanded up now. And now we're on to round 2 of paint. Paint, 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 paint. You know you gotta paint, 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 paint. Okay, pretty much probably looks the same on camera. That is all now. Had a second coat of paint. Definitely not noticing the caulk, decorator's caulk, as much anymore, which is good. Yeah, now I'm airport ready, getting out of here. Off to Ireland I go. Had to delay a little bit because of the old Rona, not that I got it, but Mum did. But now I'm off home to see the fam, which I'm very excited for. And I need to get in the car pretty much right now because we're on the wire. Any traffic, and it might not be looking good for me, but. And we're off.
Say goodbye, Helen.
No,
say hello to me.
Not saying goodbye quite yet. I've got a few things to do on our 2-hour journey to Bristol. Right guy on a list that he can follow. He's heading back to our house to collect 1, materials for the van, and 2, we're actually moving out of our house. So if there was another thing that we need to do, there it is. So yeah, all the stuff that he needs to collect to bring back to his kind of home place. And then the next stage is for the van. So I'll get my little pen and paper out and squiggle up some to-do lists. And then it's bye-bye Heather for a couple of days.
Completion.
Well, for a week. Now YouTube, you got to keep an eye on this guy for me. Make sure he doesn't do anything too cowboy. I'm away.
Many cowboy things.
And I'll be back soon. For now,
They won't be soon.
I'm off.
I'm not though.
See you next week.